All right, so welcome everyone to Cookie Chat. We're here tonight on Wednesday for Cookie Chat. Tonight we're talking about goal getters and cookie cupboards, a very exciting topic that I personally love talking about. And so if you're new, maybe you're asking yourself, well, what's a goal getter? I've heard about this goal getter program. What's it all about? Well, the Goal Getter program is a great way for your Girl Scouts to continue to catapult their cookie business. And the Goal Getter program allows the girls to take those orders. Maybe they're still using their order card or maybe even a piece of paper. I don't know. But basically, they're reaching out to their customers, not through digital cookie. Okay. So maybe it's the neighbor next door or something like that. And the girl has orders that she needs to fill. Well, by participating in the Goal Getter program, she can actually fill those orders. And our Goal Getter program kicks off February 7th and runs through March 21st. It is an opportunity where the Girl Scout and her parent and or her parent can actually come to any of our gathering place locations. That means our Girl Scout offices to fulfill those orders. She can come with the payment in hand and leave with her cookies. It's super exciting and fun. Plus, the troops also earn proceeds as it relates to the Goal Getter program. And of course, the girls, for all their hard work, they earn rewards. Okay, so how does it all work? Well, the parent, will go to our council website, to our shop, and I'll show you where that is in just a moment, and click on the Goal Getter link. From there, once they complete the transaction, they will come to our gathering place cupboard and they'll receive the order to the package. Like we'll fill it. Like if the Girl Scout needs 20 packages or 100 packages, she'll leave with those packages. But as I mentioned before, the troop gets credit and proceeds, and it adds towards the girl's personal cookie goal as well. Now, the troop leader, you don't have to do anything, nothing at all, because the council, we take care of that behind the scenes. We make sure that that Girl Scout is credited in that online management tool that we're all familiar with, eBuddy. So we make sure that all of that is taken care of in 24 hours, like right after the purchase is taking place. Now, what's really exciting is that with the Goal Getter program, if a Girl Scout has at least 15 packages and one transaction, she will walk away with a Goal Getter patch. Girls love patches. We all know that. And this is just another opportunity for her to have that instant gratification, right? For having those orders that meet the requirement of at least 15 packages in one transaction. So let me show you. Oh, one other thing. Let me clearly state this. Please know, digital cookie girl delivered orders are not the same as goal getters, okay? Those are two different things, two different ways that a girl can take customers' orders and actually fulfill those orders as well. The other important thing I really need to stress here is that digital cookie girl delivered orders should not be filled through the Goal Getter program. The reason why is because digital cookie girl delivered orders have already been paid for by the customer. The customer has used their credit card, gone online to pay for that order. Goal Getter orders, the customer has physically paid the Girl Scout, like with cash, typically, to get that order fulfilled. The other thing I want to note is that for digital cookie girl delivered orders that are taking place now, because we're in the second phase of the cookie program, if you're a parent, please communicate with your troop leader, and together you can devise a plan as to how to obtain that inventory. Troop leaders, just in case you've forgotten, you can fulfill your inventory with any extras that you've received or you will be receiving as part of your initial order, or you can make a transaction in our eBuddy system, which is our online management tool. And my teammate Sherry is going to go through that in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let me show you how to place a goal getter order. I'll take you through part of the process. And so what you're looking at right now is that this is our shop website. And right here, front and center is the goal getters. So you would click on that button and you'll simply follow the instructions on the screen. Now, if you've ever shopped at our Girl Scout shop before online, then you're definitely familiar with logging on to the shop website. So make sure that you definitely do that. If you've never logged on before, please make sure that you create an account for yourself, and you can do that from the top. It makes purchasing so much easier. The other thing I just wanted to point out as well, again, it's reminding you that you can purchase cookies, the goal getter cookies only, through this site. You would simply enter in the troop number for the Girl Scout, the Girl Scout's name, the phone number, and you would proceed. Once you get there, please note that at this time, event referrals are not available, okay? And so hopefully you've received the notification about that, and we're hoping that they'll be back with us starting February 14th. So anyway, just be on the lookout for more information. But in any case, you would go ahead and enter in the quantity based on the variety of cookies that you need. Once you're complete, and I'm just going to say tag along, so I'm going to do 5. And also here, if your customers decided to donate, you can definitely enter in the gift of caring number here. Don't forget, Girl Scouts get credit for gift of caring packages. And also based on the amount of gift of caring packages that their customers have purchased, a Girl Scout can actually earn gift of cookie program rewards related to our gift of caring program. You'll go ahead and add whatever it is. And in this case, I probably have some things in my shopping cart that I've ordered. So likely this won't happen to you, but I was shopping a little bit earlier today. So it's just a reminder. Once complete, let me remove this from my site. Great. Okay. Once complete, let's make sure this goes through. There we go. Okay, when I cleared my cart, it cleared everything. So definitely make sure you pay attention to the screens. Great. So it let me know that my variety was selected. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and view my cart because I'm done at this point. It's letting me know basically a reminder as to what I ordered. And also it gives me an opportunity to verify my information as well. Once I'm ready to check out, I'll go ahead and proceed with the checkout. And if I'm a returning customer, then I'll go ahead and log in. But also remember I talked about that goal getter patch. This is a reminder that, hey, I have an opportunity to purchase 10 more packages of cookies to meet that requirement. But for now, I'm not going to do that. And it's going to prompt you to log in. So I'm just going to show you here that basically you'll enter in your billing information. Once complete, it will, as you scroll down the page, excuse me, you'll enter in your order pickup information, meaning where are you going to pick up those cookies? It will list all of the locations available that you can pick up your cookies. It'll also allow you to pick a time as well for your cookie pickup. You'll enter in your payment information and then ta-da, you're done. So conducting a goal getter transaction is super easy. You'll get to actually meet some of our cupboard managers, and we're so excited to connect with you this season. So team, are there any questions as it relates to the Goal Getter program at this time?
There is a question. If someone buys a cookie online and pays for shipping, will the troop be held liable for the remaining cookies? Sherry, I see you're typing an answer. I'm not quite sure what the question is.
I started it. Well, I read that as a digital cookie order and they're paying for shipping because that's the only way they can do that. So if they're ordering online and paying for shipping, we don't have anything to do with it. There's no liability there on our part.
Mhm.
Nope. Yep, it's all taken
Mhm.
care of
Mhm.
through our fulfillment center for
Mhm.
sure. But please note with the Goal Getter program, you do not have the option for shipping. So I just want to make that clear as well. You're coming in, you're going online, placing the order, coming in to pick it up, and you're on your way. So super simple, very easy.
Angela, there is one more question that just came in.
Absolutely.
So can we pay online or bring cash if we are using the form for Goal Getter orders?
Yes, you can. When you get to the payment options section of that form, it will show you the different ways that you can make a payment. So credit card, check, I believe, and cash. And it'll give you the instructions related to taking care of the check or cash payment type.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that one is answered. Yes, the downtown cupboard will be open for Goal Getter orders and to pick up more cookies to fulfill digital cookie orders. Remember though that the downtown cupboard will only be open Monday through Friday from 10 to 4. They have no Saturday hours.
Awesome.
There was more. Another question is, can one adult pick up multiple parents' Goal Getter orders? Yes, as long as they know which girls they're picking up for and the troop number, they can. If our troop has extra boxes, should we not use Goal Getter program until they are all sold? I would recommend using those cookies first, either for your girl delivered or for Goal Getters, depending on what type of order your girls are getting. But yes, I would definitely go through those before you go and get a Goal Getter. How are girl delivered cookie orders handled differently from Goal Getter orders at this point? So as Angela briefly mentioned, a Goal Getter, I would consider it like a paper order card. Think of it like that, because that's pretty much what it is. And you'll still need to pay for those cookies and come and get them. A girl delivered digital cookie order has already been paid for by the customer, and the troop has received credit for that payment in eBuddy. So now what you have to do is get those cookies and you have to deliver them to the customer. So the only way to do that, there's three ways. One way is to place a cupboard transaction. Another way is to trade with another troop. And the third way would be to use your extras from full cases at your initial order delivery. Those would be the only three ways that you should be getting cookies for your girl delivered orders. What day can a troop start picking up digital cookie orders? Are we talking about Goal Getters, Sandra? I'm not quite sure. Unless you're talking about a cupboard transaction for digital cookie orders. Either way, the cupboard opens Monday, February 7th.
And I'm excited actually about that day. So Sherry, if you don't mind, you want to talk about cupboards right now?
Sure, I could talk about cupboards a little bit. So we have various types of cupboards. We have, as Angela mentioned earlier, what we call our gathering place cupboards, and those are all manned by staff. They're considered our office cupboards, if you will, even though some of them are not even in our offices. They open on Monday, February 7th, and they remain open through March 21st. The hours for everybody but Chicago are Monday. Well, I should say, let me backtrack and say our gathering place cupboard hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And for most of them, except for Chicago, 9 to 2 on Saturday. And we're closed on February 21st. That's a Monday. The volunteer cupboards are also open by appointment and will have different hours based on who the person is that's manning them and what their schedule is. So oftentimes when one of our gathering place cupboards is not open, you might be able to find cookies a lot easier at a volunteer cupboard, maybe even closer to your home. So when you place that cupboard transaction, you'll be able to select from all the different cupboards that we have available in the council.
So Sherry, what kind of transactions can actually take place at those different cupboards that you mentioned?
So the different types of transactions, you can do goal getter transactions at the gathering place cupboards. Again, those are the ones in our offices manned by staff. Those are paid online. But as Angela mentioned earlier, if you have cash, you can pay with cash when you come to pick up the order. Or e-money transactions, which are known as cupboard transactions as well. You can order those cookies by the case or by the package. Those are taken out on consignment and paid for through ACH sweep later in the program.
So tell me, what about those volunteer cupboards? I mean, how do they differ?
The volunteer cupboards cannot do goal getter transactions. For one, those have to happen at our gathering place cupboards. But you can order only by the case at those cupboards as well. They don't do to the package. And again, it is on consignment, just like it is at the gathering place cupboards. So volunteer cupboards are ideal for picking up booth cookies, and especially for restocking when you're at a booth or have a booth the next day and you need more cookies and the gathering place cupboards aren't open. A lot of times the volunteer cupboards will be.
So Sherry, if you have some time, do you mind showing us by any chance how you would create a transaction in eBuddy?
Oh, absolutely. Angela, I'm gonna try and share my screen, okay?
Sure.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Here's one. Not sure, hold on a minute, what you're seeing. That's not the right one. I've got all these windows open, guys, so you're probably seeing all my windows.
No problem. I can actually see your eBuddy screen, so that works
Oh,
great.
can you?
Mm-hmm.
You can see it.
I
Okay.
can.
You can see my cursor moving, so we're all good.
Give me
We
1
lost
second.
it.
Yeah, not sure what you did, but you lost us. So go back. Go back.
My apologies. Technology is not my friend today. Can you see it
Okay.
now?
I can see it now.
Yes. And you see my cursor moving.
I can.
Awesome. Then let me go to, I'm just going to pick any troop here. So when you're in eBuddy at the troop level, you'll find over here, there'll be a button that says transactions. Click on transactions. I'm sorry, here we go. Lost it for a minute. Add a transaction, the purple button over here. And here's where you can place a cupboard order. It opens up to show that you're placing a cupboard order. And here's where you can pick the cupboard or location of your choice. The gathering place ones are clearly labeled: the Chicago Gathering Place, Homewood Gathering Place, Joliet Gathering Place, Greenwood Gathering Place, Maryville Gathering Place, and finally, the Vernon Hills Gathering Place. And the rest of these are all volunteer cupboards that may be closer to your neighborhood than the cupboards, the staff cupboards are. So then you'll want to put in here a pickup day. So we don't open till the 7th, but I could put the 14th on here, right? And then it's going to want me to pick a time. Oh, look at that. It says 12 a.m. I need to go back in, and now I need to select a time that falls within the hours of operation. I'm going to pick it up at noon now. This field here is a receipt field, and it is not something that should be changed. That is how we can monitor and sort cupboard orders in the cupboard. Here's where you'll enter what it is that you're looking for. Okay, cases over here, packages over here. Remember, for the gathering place cupboards only, you can do cases and packages. The volunteers, you can only do cases. Okay, and after you do that, you're going to hit save print or okay. If you click okay, and of course it's not, I'm not doing anything here. Let me put something in. I click okay. Oh, now I didn't pick a cupboard. Let me pick one. Okay. And here's more information on that cupboard for you. I'll click okay. And now you have to click on the save button over here. If you don't click the save button, the order's not saved. And when you come to the cupboard, we won't have record of it. I'm not going to click it here because I don't want to order cookies for this troop, but I want to make sure that you know that the save button is definitely something that you have to click on. If you want to do a troop to troop transaction, can we show that one, Ange?
Absolutely.
Because that also plays into the girl delivered cookies. So a troop to troop transaction would be, again, add a transaction. It's in the same place. You start it in the same way, but instead of cupboard, it would be troop. And you put the troop number here, and then you do the same thing here with the different varieties of cookies you're looking for. Click OK, click save. So basically the same process.
Awesome.
Is
That
there any
seems super
questions?
easy and super, yeah, seems super easy. Sherry, do you see any questions as it relates to the cupboard?
Yes, ma'am. So one of the questions here is parents pick up goal getter cookies from the cupboard, but digital girl delivery cookies, the troop leader has to get those, or can parents pick those up as well from the cupboard?
Okay, so the perfect answer for this would be to designate somebody in eBuddy as a cookie picker upper. And that person can come and pick up all of them for all of the girls. That would be the easiest way to do it. I would encourage you not to have each individual parent come and pick up their cookies every week for a variety of reasons. For number one, we're still in a pandemic, and that could create crowding when everybody's coming to pick up. It just means more volume, more people standing in the gathering place. And also it's just more transactions and a little harder for us to be able to monitor. So it would be easier if you had one person coming to pick everything up at one time. And even easier if you're able to group them all together into one transaction. That would be even better.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Mhm.
Sherry, I agree. That would kind of actually make less trips to the cookie cupboard, even though we would
Absolutely.
love to see you all.
And it would
Mhm.
also make sense to maybe limit it and only place one order a week for those
Yep.
extra girl deliver cookies, or see how your orders are coming in. If you get a lot of orders in one day, then you might need to make an extra trip. But most troops can do it in like one, maybe 2 trips a week, but usually one will do.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
So if someone places, we've already talked about this in a little bit, if someone places a digital cookie order for delivery, how do we get those cookies to fulfill the order? We talked about the 3 different ways that you can fill those orders. With your troop extras, you could do a troop to troop transfer if there's another troop near you that has extra cookies that they're willing to transfer to you, or you can place a cookie cupboard order through eBuddy.
You know what? And I'm just going to throw out this shameless plug as well. Hot off the presses, actually on our council website, and I'm going to try and share that with everyone right now. So give me a moment.
That would be awesome, Angela.
Yeah. So, just at your leisure, if you want. So let me do a new share here really quickly. Okay. All right.
We're getting the
Hopefully
hang of
everyone
this
can see
now.
that. All right. So hopefully everyone can see that. So that's our council website. You can go to it at girlscoutsgcnwi.org or type in gscookiesnow.com and it'll bring you to the same page. If you click on the For Volunteers button, one, if you're looking for the cookie cupboard schedule, it's right here on the page. You can print it out and just have it with you. Or of course, you can always access it from the website. But the other thing I wanted to point out is that if you're a troop leader, and we get that question a lot about how to fulfill digital cookie girl delivered orders beyond the initial order period, click on the troop leader resources, and hot off the presses, we have a super quick video that's going to walk you through the steps to take to fulfill those orders. I think the video is maybe 8 minutes, so you can look at it, listen to it as often as you like, and that would definitely help or provide some assistance there.
Angela, while you've got your screen up, do you mind going to eBuddy? We have a question in here. Where do we see the digital orders for phase 2 that the troop needs to pick up?
Yeah. So one, I'm going to say, by any means, in case you forget, check out this video because it'll show you as well, and it'll show you in a slower process that I'm going to show you right now. So let me kind of do that for everyone. And I'm just going to pick any troop. Only because I'm familiar with this troop. So troop leaders, you'll click on the reports tab. The reports there are tons of great reports, but the one we're going to focus on for a second is under the DOC reports, girl delivery, varieties only by girl. If you click on the purple button, it's going to open up an Excel document for you. This is really helpful, especially if you have parents that are coming to you and saying, hey, I have some orders that I just recently approved. And maybe you've forgotten what the parent told you or something like that. And you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to know which cookies those are? When the Excel document opens, you want to focus on the second tab, which is the order detail tab. And you're going to also focus on this IO added column because that indicates whether or not that Girl Scouts digital cookie girl delivered order is a part or was a part of her initial order. But for the ones that came in beyond the initial order period, that column will have a no in the field. So for this example, right here, oops, I'm just going to highlight it so you can see it a little bit better. That column says no. So this particular Girl Scout, she has 5 packages that the troop leader can fulfill with those extras that she may have in her inventory. So if I use this troop just as an example, maybe I want to see how many extras they have. Give me a minute. It's a little bit slower because I'm on Zoom right now. Okay. So at the bottom of the screen, for example, I can see the extras that I have. And if I'm the troop leader, that'll help me to know whether or not I have the inventory to fulfill that order. Okay. And then at that point, I can give the cookies to the Girl Scout and make sure that she gets the proper credit on the girl order tab. I would go to that Girl Scout, for example, and I would add a transaction for those packages that she has sold, because here she's already received the money credit for that particular order. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, definitely you can reach out to
more.
Sure.
Okay. What happens when a girl takes a credit card order in person on digital cookie from a customer? How does the girl fulfill the order?
Hopefully that Girl Scout has cookies in hand. Otherwise, when the Girl Scout is taking that payment on her digital cookie app, there is an option that indicates, yes, I have the cookies now, or you plan to deliver to that customer later. There's 2 options when the Girl Scout is entering in the information for that customer prior to her capturing that customer's payment.
If we use the troops extra cookies, will the girls still qualify for the goal getter patch?
No. So the goal getter patch is what I'm going to call a bonus, so to speak. It's kind of, I don't know, I guess I describe it as a bonus because again, this is just a different way or an additional way that a Girl Scout can fulfill a customer's orders. As Sherry mentioned earlier, it's like having that paper order card and the Girl Scout is coming to fulfill that order. And because once she's come in and she has those 15 packages, she gets that patch.
Angela, while we're on the goal getter subject, how would you suggest troops track goal getter orders so we can organize a weekly drive to the cupboard? I know what I would do.
Yeah, what would you do?
I would have the parents taking care of it and I wouldn't have to worry about it because the council is going to take care of all the data entry for that. I, as the leader, don't really have anything to do except watch the numbers go up.
I love that idea, but I know that some leaders love to see our smiling faces in the cupboard. Mm-hmm. So kind of like what they can do, or an idea is that, as I think was mentioned during the chat today, collect all those orders, right? You can collect all the orders and then you can go online to make that transaction, to come into our gathering place, to fulfill those cookie packages to the package. And say, for example, if you have 1 Girl Scout you're fulfilling the order for, or 5 Girl Scouts, if those orders meet the requirement of 15 packages or more in 1 transaction, you will walk away with that Girl Scouts goal getter patch.
Can I
Angela,
also say, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can I clarify one thing? When you have multiple girls, like 5 girls, maybe with goal getter orders, each one is a separate transaction on our website. So you can't lump them together and just pick up the patches. It has to be a separate transaction for each girl. So if you're placing orders for 5 girls, you'll do 5 transactions and then pick up 5 separate orders when you come in.
Yep.
That's
It's
where I was
awesome.
going to go.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you.
ladies. And I'm going to tell you, when we've had Girl Scouts come to get their goal getter orders fulfilled, the excitement when they know that they have earned a patch is like heartwarming. I don't know about you guys, but it's so awesome. And then when she realizes, she's like, wait a minute, it's like this, adds on to my cookie goal. I'm like, absolutely. So they are always super excited to earn that additional patch.
Angela, can we go back to eBuddy for a minute, please?
Sure.
There's a couple questions in here. They want to see where to put some of the information.
Okay.
How do you know if another troop has cookies to do a troop to troop transaction?
Well, one, word of mouth. And I say that because as you chat with your sister troops, like especially those within your service unit, someone may say, or even if you have cookies that you are looking to exchange or, hand off to another troop that may need them, just let them know or put the word out via your service unit manager or service unit cookie manager. That troop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has 4 cases of Thin Mints. Does anybody need them, for example? The other thing is going through the cookie exchange. If you need cookies, then or if you have cookies, I should say, let me start there, that you are looking to help another troop with, enter that information here. You would enter it in by packages, not by cases. But if you're looking for cookies, this is like one of those grocery store kind of like classified ads. If there's a troop that has extras or cookies that they're willing to exchange with you, you can click on whatever the variety is and the listing for that troop. Say Sherry has a troop 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and she has lemon ups. Her troop will appear here with the amount of cookies that she has in a way to contact her. In this case, no one is conducting a cookie exchange, so these areas are currently bare.
Keep in mind they're bare. Nobody has any cookies yet.
I know.
So how
I can't
can we
wait
share
to get
what we
my
don't
order.
already have? I know. I'm
Mhm,
excited.
mhm.
So excited. So while we're in eBuddy, can you show how to designate a cookie pickup person, please?
Yes. So if you are a troop leader, you would go to the settings tab. You would then click on edit settings. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this in my troop. I don't want to mess up anything for this troop. And thanks everyone for staying on with us for a little bit today so that we can answer your question. So as I said, you would click on settings, edit setting. You would scroll down. There's a section called the Troop Cookie Pickup Only User. This person, please note the information in red, that a troop leader and a troop cookie chair, cookie manager should not enter themselves into that field. Why? Because it's going to completely change your access to eBuddy. And you'll be wondering, well, why can't I access the things I used to be able to access? So your troop, what I call them, the troop cookie picker upper person, you would enter in their email information, their first name, and their last name. And then once you're done, then you would click on update.
Okay. There's a couple questions in here relating to if we're using extra boxes for the girl delivered orders, how would we do those transactions since they are paid already?
Yes. So what you would do, let me go back to that other troop. And for those that will be listening to this recording, you're getting a bonus today as we kind of talk about some things. So say, for example, that one of the Girl Scouts digital cookie girl delivered orders, post initial order, you need to fulfill, right? And I'm going to use this example again. This troop, for example, has 3 Toffee-tastics, and that's what I need to fulfill that Girl Scouts order. I would then click on the Girl Order tab. Then I would click on the Girl Scout's name. I'm going to use this Girl Scout as an example. I'm going to add a transaction. I can enter in a comment into the field. You can enter in whatever you want, whatever makes sense to you. You don't have to enter in anything at all. But again, it's just kind of a paper trail. So I'm going to say DOC post IO. And I'm going to indicate that that Girl Scout needs 3 Toffee-tastic. I don't need to enter in a dollar amount because eBuddy calculates automatically. I'm going to click on OK. And so let me take a step back. If that Girl Scout, if I went to this Girl Scout and she had a negative $15, which would have indicated for me that she had an order where the variety of cookies needed to be populated in order for her to properly receive the credit, right? So once I added in or allocated those cookies to the Girl Scout, my balance would then be 0 because I would have zeroed out on that transaction. So hopefully that makes sense. And
kind of like the top transaction, Angela, if you look at
yeah,
it, that is a girl deliver order and it shows the credit there, but no varieties of cookies are selected. So then if you had that many cookies, it would zero itself out at the bottom.
yeah. Thank you, Sherry, for that. And I know in the clip, not to constantly push it, but I just want to at least provide some additional assistance. In the clip, we also kind of show you that as well, if you see a transaction similar to the one that we just spoke about. Okay. So
There are just a couple more.
okay.
And some of them kind of go together. For girl delivered orders
Absolutely.
from digital cookies, do we need to communicate that the orders have already been paid for when we order from the cupboards? I would say no, that information
No.
is already in there.
Mhm.
You know you need girl deliver cookies. That payment has already come to the council. So you're just placing an eBuddy order to get those cookies.
Absolutely.
And along that same line, the question is there a way to get notified of new DOC orders, or do we rely on the parents telling us they had a sale? I think the parents need to tell you that they've approved another order and that they need more cookies to fill that order.
Yes, no, I would definitely agree with you. Again, definitely make sure that, that with the parents in your troop, devise a plan that works best for the both of you to obtain additional cookies. Okay.
Next one. If someone is selling goal getter orders door to door, but then the parent has to place that final total order and pay for it, I assume we shouldn't collect checks made out to our troop from those neighbors. Is that right?
That is correct, because when the parent comes to our gathering place to pick up those cookies, and let's assume that they've selected the payment type of check, they're going to walk into our council gathering place cupboards, hand us the check to pay for those cookies. And on the back end, the troop gets the credit for that transaction.
So if they're going to be bringing those checks to the council, who should the check be made out to? It shouldn't be made out to the troop.
No, it should actually be made out to Girl Scouts GCNWI.
Okay, I think that's
all right. So again, go ahead.
The next question. In the GS Cookie Program 2022 brochure, it says to contact your local gathering place to get details on how to reserve cookie costumes. Are our gathering places doing that this year?
I believe so, right? Do you guys have information on that?
From what I've seen, we have a form available at the gathering place where if you come in, we'll fill out the form with your name, whatever, and you can have the costume of whatever choice is available at that time. I don't know about a reservation system. I haven't heard about a reservation system for this year, but I do know that we are renting them out at the gathering places.
Awesome. That's super exciting.
So Sherry, this one's along your line. When is the first bank sweep from the account?
February 25th would be the first sweep. And if you're in eBuddy on the sales report tab on the left side, you will see how much your sweep is.
And I'm super excited because as you mentioned that, I believe our next cookie chat will be talking about ACH, or at least in one of the upcoming cookie chats will be focused on ACH and all the things associated with that. So everybody's ready when it comes time for the sweep.
Awesome. And one last question that I see, are cookie costumes adult sized or for kids? I guess that's kind of a loaded question. I would say a one size fits most. I will never say one size fits all again. One size fits most. On the smaller people, it's going to be kind of big, but on the bigger people, it's not going to cover a whole lot.
Exactly.
But either way, they're super cute on whoever wears them.
Fun to wear.
They are.
And fun
They
to wear.
are. Awesome. Well, I'm just going to say now, you guys have had some amazing questions, and we definitely appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. But if you have additional questions, you know where to find us. Just reach out to us via email, which is productprogram@girlscoutsgcnwi.org, or you can give us a call at 855-I-LOVE-GS, extension 6722. That's 855-I-LOVE-GS, extension 6722. And, you know, we say it often, but please know that we appreciate everything that you do for our Girl Scouts. So thank you for joining us this evening.
One more question. Allie has a question.
Mhm.
One of the girls in our troop wants to sell cookies at her church and is asking if she can take cookies to sell cookie stand style on Sunday, February 6th. Wanted to double check. Do cookie stands count as booths and therefore need to start after February 11th?
That's a great question. What do you ladies think?
She
Or
can go
Susan,
ahead and
any
sell them.
thoughts there?
Can you guys hear me?
We
Yes.
can.
Yes.
As long as you have the cookies and you have the permission to sell at the church, she can go ahead and sell them. And yes, it's just like a regular booth.
Excellent. Excellent. Awesome. Thanks, Susan, for that.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. So again, thanks everyone for joining us for this week's cookie chat. Super excited. Hopefully you got your questions answered. And for those who have an opportunity to check out the recording of our cookie chat much later, you got bonus information from all the great questions that were posed tonight. So again, thank you everybody. And if you have to jump off, then enjoy your evening.